For this section of the application, I'm going to let my students, music parents, colleagues, and community members do the talking. I hope you enjoy meeting some of Fredonia's finest.
Hi, I'm Mike Bobsing. I'm president of the Fredonia School Board of Education. I want to tell you how inspirational Andy Bennett is to our district and our students. I'm not all that musically inclined. I don't know if you can tell that, but I will say this. Knowing Andy as I do, seeing him every day with our students, he's nothing but inspiration. I couldn't help myself, and I had to join him and our community on his bandwagon.
I like Mr. Bennett because whenever I don't know how to do something or I'm having trouble, he's always ready and willing to help me.
Mr. Bennett genuinely cares about the students, and as a parent, to know that someone at a school genuinely loves and wants the best for your children is a really rare and special find. He is someone who holds the kids to very high expectations regarding their performance, their commitment, and their behavior, but he does so in a positive and mutually respectful way.
Sometimes people say a teacher is good because he or she is good with students. I say that Andrew Bennett is a great teacher because he is good for students.
Being able to see someone love what they do and enjoy every single second of it and have contagious laughter that just fills the room, it makes school that much more enjoyable and makes me want to love music like Mr. Bennett does.
Andy cares about the whole student. He checks up on them to see how they're doing in their other classes. He works with their teachers to make sure his students who are struggling are making up their assignments and staying for extra help. He contacts families to make sure transportation is arranged for students without easy access to rides for his concerts and after-school rehearsals. Mr. Bennett makes a difference for kids. He makes a difference for me, and he has positively changed our community.
Last year, our youngest son, in 11th grade at the time, came to us and told us that he wanted to play trombone. Well, we told him that probably wasn't going to be possible. Well, we found out at the next concert that Mr. Bennett had a different idea, because Kevin strolled onto the stage for jazz band with a trombone, and he had a solo.
Every single day in band, when we're leaving, there's 60 of us, and he stands at the door and says, "Have a great day, Hannah. Bye, Trevor. See you next time, Caroline," to 60 different people, 60 different times. There's no one else in my school that would ever do that. And there's no one else in the school that genuinely loves their job as much as Mr. Bennett does.
My son Jack Storm is currently a junior, and in 8th grade he really wanted to quit band. It was a big issue, and it was a struggle, and he stayed in based on Mr. Bennett's inspiration, and now Jack plays guitar 2 hours a day and is completely consumed by music.
Music was never really my focus in school, although I do play double bass in the school orchestra. That changed when I took Mr. Bennett's AP Music Theory class. He encouraged all of us to strive and learn more and really push our limits.
He is the type of teacher that has the ability to work with students of all abilities. He teaches the how to belong, and then he gives them a space to do it. He has created a family atmosphere that allows students to take risks and think outside of the box.
He takes all of his students with the most patience. He treats his beginning level students as well as he would treat a higher level advanced student. He always believes in every one of his students, and he never leaves anyone behind.
I decided for my volunteer work to organize a large high-dollar gala called the Fur Ball. And one of the things I wanted to do is I had an appetizer hour, and I needed some kind of musical entertainment. He saw my vision of the event and he made it come true. And the day of the event, the students were so professional and I was so impressed.
I have been on the board of directors at Festivals Fredonia for about 3 years. I'm chair of the Miracle on Main Street event, and I have to say that Andy Bennett was absolutely fabulous. He brought his brass ensemble to come and play for our Christmas event. As always, he made the event absolutely premier.
3/4 of the student population participate in at least one music class. The amount of students who choose to participate in extracurricular musical activities since Mr. Bennett's tenure has almost doubled. A favorite is the winter concert with the community sing and play along. Community musicians are invited to join the stage to play with the band and the orchestra, while the chorus invites the audience to sing along.
Andy is our department leader, but what he does for us goes well beyond his job title. He is always there whenever anyone in the department or the school needs him. His door is always open to anyone who needs help, and people from throughout the entire district come to him with their problems and their issues, and they stretch well beyond musical department needs. It says something when students feel they can approach a teacher for help and guidance. It says more when staff members, adults, feel they can approach you for help and guidance.
Andy's leadership qualities are extraordinary. He is wise beyond his years. He is compassionate with his students, and he has an endless willingness to serve.
He is also providing, music teachers in the area ways to advocate in their own programs, how they can better reach their students, what we need to be doing to have more students involved.
Mr. Bennett doesn't just believe that we need to invest in our future by supporting the students in this district. He understands that we need to also invest in our future teachers. We are right next door to one of the best music education colleges in the state. Mr. Bennett opens his classroom up not only to student teachers, but to methods classes from SUNY Fredonia. Every junior who wants to be a band teacher at SUNY Fredonia has to observe at least 2 of Mr. Bennett's rehearsals. This gives him an opportunity to share some of the teaching strategies that work for him with an even broader audience. Mr. Bennett passionately supports efforts to grow and develop music programs throughout our county and our state. That's why he volunteers his time to support in other districts.
He has a way of his charisma, especially his personality and his charisma too. He has the community on our side, and he helps them understand why music education is vital in their kids' lives and how it makes us stronger as a community.
He is a fierce advocate for music education in our school and community, and is a major reason that Fredonia has received many honors and is well known as a school with a thriving music program. We are lucky to have Andy Bennett, and he would be a fantastic choice for the Grammy Music Educator of the Year.
In my 23 years of teaching, I have not encountered another teacher who I feel is more deserving of this award than he is. I hope you give his nomination your full attention, because that is what he gives every student, teacher, and parent that walks through his door.